What's good, family? Smash the like button and subscribe. So, your man's Deontay Wilder and his trainer, his top trainer Dan, Malik Phantom Punch Scott, have finally reacted in depth to License-Gate, aka C19-GATE, aka Casino Gate, and they've said the following. Oh man, it's a great thing, because, it just gives us more time to marinate Fury for the cooking. I said Fury wasn't making it out of 5 rounds before the postponement, but now, since we have more time to prepare, it's really about to get ugly. So you heard there the audio, exclusive audio, Malik King Scott sent in to the YB earlier today, and there's some more here. Sorry, I didn't look at the other download. One sec, there's some more audio here. I'll play it for you, man. Now, when asked if there were any frustrations about the delay, Malik Scott added, "Oh well, yeah, a little, but but in a a little, but I'm in a what right there." These man can't read no English, man, is what Malik Scott said. Listen, let's get back to it. The audio recording, yeah, I messed that one up. That right there was a corrupt file. Let's get back to the recording, yeah? So Malik Scott was asked whether he had any frustrations about the delay. He said the following. Well, I was a little bit frustrated, but, I'm the camp head. I love training camp all my life, even having my own homes on the road. Camp life has always been my first home. It's peace, it's hard work, it's fun. It's isolated from your usual everyday activity. It's isolated from your hectic schedule when you're at home. There you go then. Some more quotes there for Malik Scott. Malik Scott stay talking about himself, don't he? Don't care about what you're doing. Goofy. And finally he says, oh man, well, if anything, I felt bad for Deontay, because it's the third postponement that has happened for him in this trilogy. But either way, more time we get to marinate Fury. It's going to make the taste of victory even more sweeter. We from Alabama, we like that deep south sweetening. I'm not leaving camp until Deontay is 2-time heavyweight world champion. And finally, when pressed about whether he believes License-Gate tested positive for C19, Scott concluded, oh man, I don't believe nothing License-Gate says. There you go then. You've heard all there's all the official audio for Malik Scott sent in. So, if we can all say thank you to Malik for that audio. Thanks, Malik. Appreciate that, yeah? You're helping my channel out, no doubt. Because what we do know is, other man can't... We know the LDBC get the exclusive audios, but no one don't get no audios like the YB. Yeah? No one ain't got that audio. It's exclusive. Me and Malik, yeah, we... Obviously, the YB's got moles in the camp and that, and obviously certain men get mad and they get pressed. They can't work out where the leak's coming from. But apart from that, more time, me and Malik put our differences to the side, and he sends the YB some exclusive clips through. Yeah? No doubt. Now, about the marinating. Truthfully, you man know my opinion by now. I hope that Wilder does marinate Fury. Why? Because July 24th should have happened. I'm done with Scary now. I found, and again, you man who know my channel know that when he well, I'm not even sure they even went to court, but if they did go to court, that was goofy. And to be honest with you, I think they probably did go to court, because why would Fury be willing to take that, if that makes sense? If it is a big, if they didn't go to court, why would Fury be willing for him to be the one who looks scary? Same with this whole C19 thing. People said, or even myself, I said, well, maybe it's ticket sales, but even if it was, why would Lyson be the one to take it? You'd say, no, I'm not going to be the excuse. We'll both pull out, kind of thing, wouldn't you? You wouldn't want it all on you, would you? So that's what I mean. I'm in two worlds here, but now you know why. Now you know why I've had such a change, because for months, even with License Scary making the court case filed, I still defended him and said, you know what, he can push wig. He can push Wilder's wig back. But now, I can't do it. Too much. I've been consistent throughout this process. I've said, listen, they should have fought last year. That's the bottom line. But we are where we are now. And even when Fury played around with AJ, I still gave him a chance. And then, for me, as you man heard, I said, listen, July 24th probably ain't going to happen. But if it does, that's the only thing I want to do with this fight. The only thing about this fight I want any parts with is July 24th, because it was soon. I don't want to wait for this fight till October. I'm not interested for this fight in October. I want it ASAP. And lo and behold, right on time, License Scary can't help himself. He pulled out. Found some excuses. And that's the thing, we don't even know he's going to make the next one, truthfully. I don't. I'm not sure. And from what I'm hearing, well, I'm just not sure about this fight ever happening. Why? Because this fight now, Wilder vs Fury 3, is starting to look like Fury versus AJ. Just starting to look real sus. Don't forget, Fury was the one who gave them the July 24th date. He couldn't make his own date. It's real weird, real susp. Yeah, real susp. But anyway, let's assume for a second it is going to happen. Team Wilder have said, as you heard by Mallet Scott's audio, that it's going to give them more time to prepare. I believe if Fury turns up, even though I'd rather see Wilder win, I'm just not sure actually now, because I've got a discount. I've got a discount Fury's mental state. Mentally, where does a man have to be to make another man take him to court to fight him? That just seems super scary to me. This seems odd. And I think genuinely, yeah, all jokes aside, I think it links back to this phobia thing Fury has. I don't think Fury likes being the man on top. I think he likes being a bottom. Yeah? Just like Tyrone. You know how Tyrone likes being El Trapperhand's bottom? I think License Scary likes being a bottom. He likes being taken from behind, no doubt. He liked it when Vlad was coming from behind, didn't he? Let's call a spade here. He liked fighting Wilder and you know what I'm saying? He liked the idea of coming from behind. That's the truth. He doesn't like being on top. He doesn't like having something to lose. I think that's what it is. And that's the only logical conclusion here. He's done the most. He knows when he fights AJ, he in trouble. He don't want that. And even with Wilder now, let's not forget, I haven't even covered this yet, but we've seen indications of how the sparring was going. If License Scary was getting turned over in sparring, as the evidence shows, I've never seen License Scary's face all plastered before. Have you? Genuinely, I just haven't. I've never seen License Scary's face as bad as it was in them pictures. Is it a coincidence? And it's the thing as well, what else do we know about face marks? Interestingly enough, what happened when AJ had face marks for the first time? I've never really seen AJ's face with a load of marks on it. 2-2s, what do we know? The one fight AJ had a really bad fight was against Andy Ruiz. And that was the one fight he had marks on his eyes. We've never seen AJ have marks on his eyes before. And just quickly, that shows you how much of a champion AJ is. What does AJ do when he has a bad camp? He pushes through, to his detriment. License Scary, he pulls out. He begs Ben Davison to take padding out of his gloves so he can make himself feel hard. Yeah? That's what AJ, that's the difference there. That's the key difference there. And on that note, well, moving on, back to the whole thing of whether License Scary likes being a top or not. It's not a joke here, people say this, but it's true. He's never defended any belts. He hasn't. It's truth. He's never defended a belt. Fury fans want us to believe it's a coincidence. I find it super sus. He don't like it. And it's not, what I'm describing here isn't a foreign concept. We've heard from top fighters before. John Jones said, before my fights, I'd be bang on the white. I'd be railing up the white. Why? Because I was scared to lose. And if I lost, I wanted a built-in excuse. I wanted to know that the opponent didn't beat me at my best. I wanted a built-in excuse. Licensed Scary, I believe. Especially given John Jones and Licensed Scary have had similar mental health battles. And I think Licensed Scary is even more scary than John Jones. Because at least John Jones turned up. He got wasted but turned up. Licensed Scary, he go missing. He pull out. Which shows us that Licensed Scary is even more vulnerable. He's even more likely, you know what I'm saying? He's even more scary, bottom line. He's scary. He likes to talk. And again, more parallels here. What else do we know? John's scary. And we've talked, if you follow my channel, you'll know that we've talked a lot about hereditary genetics. We know John Scary passed on, what do they call it? He passed on a genetic mutation in a number of his genes. Chin, tick. Power, tick. Big mouth, tick. Big mouth but don't back it up, tick. Hella scary, tick. Yeah? John Scary does exactly the same thing. Talk a whole load and then go missing. When Mickey Field sticks it all over him. And then John Fury's now playing the victim. Getting Paddy Doherty to... Oh! He's old now! Leave him alone! His son! His son's the man now! Not him! What? John Scary was just talking about how he's the best 50-year-old and he wants them all. Now you're telling me it's not him, it's his son, and John Fury's had his time. Make your mind up. Yeah? And besides, Mickey Fio's old anyway. But anyway, the point is here, there's hereditary characteristics that are being passed on here. Licensed Scary, this may be a serious issue we're talking about here, psychologically. He may just have a block. He just can't bring himself to do it. He just can't bring himself to get over the line. That may be a thing. We'll soon find out, of course. If October happens, then we can kind of discount it a bit. I say a bit because even so, it's taken him a legal case and a pullout to get him in the ring, and that's if. That's if. And that's what worries me the most about this fight, is that it don't happen in October. And the WBC just sit there idle, as they've been for the last 18 months. Can you believe it's been 18 months since that belt fought? And the WBC haven't put any feelers out. Never mind pressure, they haven't even put the feelers out to say, you know what, we want to make sure that October 24th goes ahead. And put in some constraints to, you know what I'm saying? Licensed Scary, you need to have defended the belt by October 31st. If for whatever reason you haven't defended it by then, I'm sorry, we're going to have to move on. Because you're too scary. You hella scary. We've got people, Wilder, Dillian White, AJ, who want to fight for this belt. They ain't saying that. Which again, leads back into the whole MTK thing. MTK are paying WBC anyway. So they ain't bothered. But why are they paying them not to be bothered? Potentially, it could be because they know Fury going to pull out again. So I just don't know. I don't know. I really don't. At this point. But from Wilder's point of view, I hope he's right. I hope he is getting better. Well, let's think about it. He's not going to be getting worse, is he? We can't even talk about inactivity because they've both been inactive for ages. And also, they're both dealing with the same inactivity, to be fair. And I actually believe the further Wilder gets away from that head trauma he took, the better. I haven't got around to doing it yet, but I spoke to some medical insider donnies here, and they told me that, I think I even mentioned it a few times, Wilder has some severe brain trauma. So the more distance we can put between the fight and February 2020, the better. Because his barnet was dented, as we saw. Oh man, he dented my head, and We heard all that. That wasn't a good look. And I do find it a shame I have to back Wilder on this one. I just can't back Lyson no more. I'm just done with Lyson. It's too many. He took the Michael out of the YB too many times. I'm sorry. I'm done with him now. And I hope Wilder wins for the principle. And I actually believe now Wilder's had his wig pushed back, I think he probably will fight AJ now. Because he's got nothing to lose. I think what he was scared of was getting whooped. He's already had a good whooping. Will he want another one? It remains to be seen. But honestly, I think at least the thing is, at least Wilder's shown he can be whooped and wants another piece of it again. What worries me about the Fury and AJ fight is that if Fury beats Wilder, he's going to still be thinking, oh, innit? Because Fury will be the only one who hasn't taken a good whooping yet. I actually think the Wilder fight's more likely. For exactly that reason. Fury will be the only one who who has something to really lose. Yeah? And people like to say, oh, YB, Wilder picked Fury, but you forget, Fury also picked Wilder, jackasses. Guess what? Fury was given the same deal Wilder was essentially, in fact before. Fury was told, Fury, you can get AJ right now when you come back. 4 fights in. So let's not put it all on Wilder. Wilder was the only one ducking. No, they both ducked. They both found it convenient for themselves. And if anything, this shows you who the people, Lennox Lewis, yeah? Lennox Schillis. Listen, we've heard from it all. We've heard from Lennox Schillis. We've heard from all the different ones. Who like to talk about, we've heard from Tony Belair, Fury's the best boxer and Wilder's the most powerful. But really, what happened back in 2018 shows you who the fighters have voted for to be the best heavyweight. How? Well, what do we know? Both of them, Wilder, who did he opt to fight? Wilder was offered AJ or Fury. Who did he opt for? Fury. Fury was offered Wilder or AJ. Who did he opt for? There you go then. That shows you in itself who they think the best is. Because no one wants to fight the best first. Certainly they didn't. Yeah? Fury thought that Wilder was no good, as he had said for many years, and Wilder thought that Fury was equally no good and also coming off a big break. That's why they chose them fights. It was strategic. Oh yeah, we can get a good W and then maybe fight AJ in the future. They weren't looking for the big boss off the jump. That's what they weren't looking to do.